Hey guys, and welcome to a Schematics special. This time we want to talk about E3 2018. We watched basically every press conference and we want to talk a little bit about our highlights and about the games we cared the most. I'm AdfoTV. You probably know me if you watch the show regularly, and I'm joined by BlindIRL, BillyMFMays, and Cleave. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, dude?
So let's start with the first question here. How did you like the press conferences in general?
Okay, so we have a slowly emptying balloon.
Yeah.
Some were great, and some missed the mark a little
I would
bit.
say a lot more have missed the mark.
Give me names. Call them out.
Bethesda's conference was kind of resident sleeper. I'm sorry. The 30-minute halftime at Sony's conference was like, what the fuck was that? I really wish that they would have implemented the music with the live trailers at the same time.
Yeah.
Instead of having music before the gameplay, it would have cut down on the runtime of the show in general, and it would have felt more immersive. And Ubisoft's conference was incredible. Great job.
It was a decent year. I don't think there was any real train wrecks. I think that Sony's press conference was unfortunately terrifyingly boring. It was possibly one of the most boring press conferences I've seen in years.
Did you watch the PC Gamer?
Yes, I did.
Because that was the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. They even made fun of how boring it was.
The thing is, PC Gamer gives you a lot of information that is useful throughout the entire thing. Yes, it's mellow, it's not super hype or anything, but I actually got a lot out of PC Gamer, even though it's a more mellow format.
There's definitely information. It just feels like it's not produced at all. They're just like, Day 9, go up there and talk.
I like that.
Yeah, no, I know, but yeah.
It's not for everybody, but I like that.
Day 9 is a magical man.
Ubisoft was very entertaining as always, and for me personally, because I really like some things that Bethesda does and hate others, I found Bethesda weirdly entertaining, kind of cringe fest way. And let's just pretend that EA Games doesn't exist, okay? Oh, Microsoft was great.
The little tiny builds, like Medley or whatever that was pretty funny. And the Skyrim sketch from Bethesda's was really good too. I mean, that I watched it like 3 times already.
The horrendously bad performance by Andrew WK was perfect in its own awful way.
I missed the first 5 minutes. Is that who opened?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played his piano like a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I missed that. Sounds like I didn't miss anything from what I'm hearing.
I mean, for me, it's a case where you can judge the shows, but when it comes to the games, Microsoft and Sony are probably on the upper echelon there. Sadly, the Ubisoft show was fine, but their games that they showed just weren't that interesting to me.
You didn't think Assassin's Creed looked amazing?
It doesn't even look like an Assassin's Creed game at this point.
Exactly. It's like evolving into an awesome real game now.
But, from that, though, it just kind of slides down. Like, most people are just kind of at the same level, including Nintendo. But I would also then put, like, EA and Bethesda at the bottom for me.
What was your personal highlight, Billy?
Crap, I don't know if I really have one. Like, that's the problem. There were some pretty decent titles, but nothing really popped out to me, though. I guess Cyberpunk, I'm always down for, and Sekiro.
Okay.
I have 2, actually, and they're both tied, and they're both absolute happiness and utter horror at the same time. The first highlight was Battletoads being announced at Microsoft, which is possibly the most pissed off I've ever been during a press conference. Seconded only by the fact that a new Star Fox game, which I'm a diehard fan of, was announced at Ubisoft, and it's locked behind a Toys to Life game, which I am adamantly against on a system that I don't own, that being the Switch.
I really need to explain you what a highlight is, but okay, Cleave.
Last of Us 2.
Okay, thanks. My highlight was Resident Evil 2 and a release date for it.
Oh, that was a good one.
What was your biggest disappointment this year, Billy?
The entire thing?
Okay.
The lack of first-party title support for Xbox. Just the whole Xbox cycle, this console cycle, is just a big shit show.
Microsoft announced Battletoads.
I can see that.
Fuck you, Internet.
What about you, Advo?
My biggest disappointment was the Command & Conquer mobile game, honestly.
Oh, that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the games that stand out in some way for us. I ordered them in a alphabetical order, and we start with a 2 Point Hospital.
So up until now, we've seen 2 Point Hospital around. This game is no secret. It was announced some time ago now. This gameplay was really interesting because they showed some later on gameplay in 2 Point Hospital, which kind of gives us a better idea of what you'll be doing later on, as well as they talked a lot about things like environmental effects and whatnot. I think this actually turned me from being like not really interested in 2 Point Hospital to actually being interested in 2 Point Hospital, which is their goal. And so I'm looking forward to seeing more.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, and I've also noticed that that when it was showcased on the PC Gamer Show, a lot of people on my Twitter feed were like, I didn't know I needed a new like theme hospital. I'm so glad we have this. And it will probably be a little bit of a sleeper hit, just coming out of a bit of an unexpected place.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Billy. I was sort of on the fence about this game, and I still am a little bit. I'm certainly going to try it, but it looks a little bit too silly for me. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't know. This looks a little bit too silly.
Well, healthcare is a very silly business.
It does look cool. I did giggle at the show a little bit.
Let's move on to the next one. That was Anno.
Visually impressive.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed about one thing. They didn't show trains. They have said that there will be trains in this game, but we haven't seen them yet, and I was really hoping we'd get to see trains. I'm curious about this one. It looks like a return to form for Anno. They've had some weak entries in the past couple of years, so it'll be nice to see them returning to a more traditional form for Anno.
From what I saw, it looks like it's going to be a nice, relaxed city building experience in a sandbox mode, which to me looks cool. I like the style, the architecture, and just that era is interesting. So for me, I'm looking forward to making a city that looks like that.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. I'm not really into the Anno series that much, but I think this will probably be where I dip my feet in a little bit.
I'm not a fan of Anno at all anymore, I should say, but this is kind of looking better than the last entries of the series. So I probably will give it a shot and will complain afterwards that I bought the game. So let's move on to Cyberpunk 2077.
Had a badass soundtrack.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I want everything about this game. It really does just pop out as something very unique and interesting.
We don't know how the game's going to play. I mean, we got to assume it's going to be like Witcher 3 with guns in the future in a city, right? Like, but hell yeah, I want it. I want it right now. I don't want to wait till 2077.
Yeah.
What I like about this game is how bloody gorgeous it is palette-wise. There are so many different environments and times of day, weather, just the look of it and the style of it is just oozing production value, and I love that.
And they've been working on this game for a long time. Like, it was announced back in, like, what, 2012, 2013, I think?
Yes.
All that time is put into this game, and just from the first trailer, it definitely shows. Can't wait to see more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When we watched the trailer or the Xbox press conference, I was a little bit disappointed by the trailer, I've got to admit. But I watched it again, and honestly, I've got to say, yeah, it grew on me. I like it. I'm looking forward to it, and honestly, I'm trusting CD Projekt Red.
I think they've earned our trust at this point with Witcher 3 and just how solid it was.
So let's move on to Dying Light 2.
I thought it looked cool. I haven't played the first one. It's on my list.
You gotta play it.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that more than once. But I really liked the example that they showed of the water supply and how it would affect the world. And I was getting those Fable vibes from that.
And that's what turned me off the most.
Really?
Yeah, I really loved the first one. For me, it's like, it's fast zombie killing.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying at night. And the decision that have an impact on the world that forces me to think for like 30 seconds, that's 30 seconds wasted gameplay time for me.
See, I'm the exact opposite. Like, I want to make those decisions. I want to see how my change impacts the world. And I love that so much.
I wanted it to be as dumb as possible.
For me, where the appeal is lost, it's water supply management in an area surrounded by zombie-like individuals. It's California Simulator. I don't need more of that. That's my daily life.
That was literally one quest that they showed. That's not the game. That's not like the storyline of the game.
Just you wait. Then there'll be a Starbucks on every corner, and you're just it's over.
Speaking of thinking for 30 seconds, the next thing we have here on the list is Gears Tactics. This was the last thing I expected out of Microsoft, and
I thought Battletoads was the last thing you expected out of Microsoft.
Shut up. I like tactics games, and I want this. I want to see more of this. Give me more of this. All of this, please.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, this was very surprising to me too. Looks cool though.
The weird thing is that it feels like Microsoft is, they're experimenting with Gears of War because it's a very 2006-esque franchise for the most part. Wall vaulting, cover-based shooters. Those are pretty much out of fashion at this point. So they're like, how do we take this property and evolve it? And it's good to see them trying different things with both tactics and with 5.
And with that mobile game.
I feel like this is Microsoft's attempt to figure out how they can use the IPs that they actually own to try to make some more money. Yeah. I'm not saying that this game is a cash grab or anything, but Microsoft is really trying to figure out how they can expand what they already have.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to use their most or best known IPs, and I can't see anything bad in it.
No, I think the game might be solid.
Let's move on to Genesis Alpha 1.
So this one was an oddball. Their pitch for it was it's a spaceship game where you can take DNA from aliens on planets and add them to your crew to make new crewmates. This game screams early access to me, but at the same time, it looks promising. It looks like a kind of build your own spaceship, space station thing, float around in space, explore planets, and kind of got a bit of that survival crafty thingy going on as well. Interesting pitch. I don't know if I'm sold. I kind of wanted this one on the list just purely as it looks neat. Maybe.
It has potential. For me, looking at they showed very little gunplay in the trailer, but from what they showed, it seemed very slow, even though it was kind of begging for a little bit more speed.
Yeah.
That's kind of what worries me about it.
To me, it looked like a crappy Doom.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I was Resident Sleeper the entire time, but these are the kind of games to me that I need to see someone play to decide if I want to play them. A trailer will not get me, so it could be good.
Let's move on to Man Eater.
Echo the Dolphin with sharks.
Wait, is this the shark game?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I already wishlisted it.
So this is a shark RPG. It's an open world RPG where you play as a shark and you have to eat people. Apparently it has a skill tree where you can level up your shark. I don't know what this is, but I want this goddamn game. It's stupid and I love it.
Yeah, you can level up your shark and get better teeth and everything. Yep. I want it. Yep, I want it.
It's so stupid, but yes.
As a young kid, I've always wanted to be a shark, and I even bought those like little swimming set that you can get with the goggles with the shark fin and the shark fins. This is my fantasy, basically.
BillyMFMays.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this game, but yeah, that's on my wish list already.
From the sunny beaches of California to Russia. Metro Exodus.
Yeah.
For me, it's really hard to like have the Metro series really come out and be like, yeah, we're sexy. Because, you know, for the most part, from 2033 to Last Light and probably to this, it plays fairly similarly. They're fantastic games. They look stunning, but it's really hard to be like, yeah, something new. It's just more of the same, which is great, but it still lacks a little bit of that excitement for me.
Well, they're telling a story.
Yeah.
I mean, to tell the story, they need more time, you know?
Yeah.
I really like the expansiveness of the levels that they showed off. I watched a little bit of it on the in-between shows where they actually really show games and talk to devs that most people Resident Sleeper through. And they were showing a lot of, like, exploration and stuff like that. So I'm keen. I like exploring in games.
I'm honestly a little bit worried about the open world aspect of the game.
I agree with that a little bit too, yeah.
I was listening to the dev and he said it's not actually open world. I don't know how to compare it to anything, but he said it's not open world, but it's not like you're on rails at the same time. It's somewhere in between.
It's probably like the first two Witcher games, which were like that, where it's a case where you get a pretty large environment, but it's enclosed, and you have a main quest, maybe a couple side quests in there. Once you finish the main quest, you move on to the next semi-linear area.
Pretty much, yeah. Lots of areas to explore.
Next one is NeoCab, the first taxi game on our list.
Is this the Uber simulator?
Yeah.
This game has my name all over it. I love these kinds of games. I don't really stream them, but this game to me, gameplay-wise, looked very similar to a game that I really, really liked called Subsurface Circular, which actually just got a spiritual successor. I love these kind of story-based, artsy indie titles with interesting writing and characters and kind of visual novels, but not kind of games. This looks really cool. It's up my alley. I'm going to play it.
I just don't think you should be doing that much reading while you're driving.
No, that's scary. I'm really looking forward to the Uber Eats DLC where you start delivering food to people.
I mean, the thing is, the art style looked amazing.
Soundtrack sounded good. Presentation looked good.
The dev is saying it's Papers, Please where you drive a cab. I'm keen for that. I was making fun of it, but that actually does sound really good.
Yeah.
Rad. Okay, I'm all in.
The next taxi game on our list is Night Call. That's very noir.
It's like a noir detective game type thing. I looked up the pitch for it, and it's visual novel story-based, seek and discover detective game, and it's dripping with style.
This is a Raw Fury game, right? When they were describing this game, I was like, if this has the right art style for me, then I'll be into it. And I'm on the fence. Honestly.
Fair.
I'm keen for an exploration, like crime-solving game.
Speaking of art style.
Oh yeah, Ori 2. I know it's not called Ori 2, don't correct me in the comments please, but Ori 2.
It's too late, they already did. They corrected you like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, there's like 30 comments already. We haven't even published the video yet. I thought it was beautiful. It was actually one of the only trailers that gave me like goosebumps in all of E3. Just hearing the music at the end when they showed the giant tree thing, and I was like, oh yeah.
Honestly, I'd be very happy if it's just Ori more of the same.
Well, it looks like there's going to be that little owl guy, and there's
Yeah.
going to be like some other like interactive gameplay where it's, you know, it's not co-op, but like you can control a different character to like unlock puzzle areas and get you to new areas, and yeah, hell yeah.
The only Battle Royale game that made it on our list, Rapture Rejects.
This game looks bloody hilarious.
It's the only one that looked like it tried to do something different.
It looked funny,
I
yeah.
hope it's cheap.
There are no shortage of like 2D Battle Royale games. Like if you go to itch, there's a bunch you can play. This one just looks like it's trying to target a little bit more of a mainstream audience. I'm keen. It's fun. I'll play.
Yeah.
The trailer was really funny.
I was hoping more of that wit and humor is carried throughout more of the game as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit hard to carry it over in game, but
Yeah, it might be a little bit too fast paced to like crack jokes, but maybe in flavor text and like items and stuff like that, definitely.
Or voice lines, you know.
Emotes, stuff like that, you could definitely do.
let's move on to Sable.
So this is another game that's made for me. This is a open world exploration game. There seems to be no combat in it whatsoever. It's just kind of explore the environments and learn about the history of the world that you're in. This is a absolutely beautiful art style. I love the hand-drawn look that it has. The presentation and music just look fantastic. It gives me kind of a journey type feeling. 100% gonna play this.
Yeah, me too. It looks amazing.
I'm a little different. I'm not that impressed with it, but I don't really know much about it as well. You know, if it comes out and if it's great, I'll probably play it, but yeah, I'm just on the fence.
It just looks like one of those very chill games where you do your own thing and you're learning, you're exploring, and there's not a lot of stress. Maybe you learn things that give you feelings, and maybe you do a puzzle, and that's it, and then you just have a good time.
Completely satisfactory.
You mean first person Factorio?
Come on, that was a good segue. Someone
That
congratulate.
was a good segue. It's first person Factorio, and I want it right now already. I feel like this game's going to take a long time to get right. I mean, the guy said that they were going to start like a pre-alpha soon. It's not going to be first person Factorio for a long time, but that's essentially the gist of the game, right?
So long as there's the equivalent amount of backseating for this game as there is for Factorio on Twitch, I think that'll be fine. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to it.
It's gonna be playable on Twitch for about 48 hours, and then it's gonna be intolerable.
Yes, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
I'm just gonna sign off on this one. Go ham, guys.
It looks really good. The movement of the character looks so smooth.
The thing I love about From Software's games, and there's another title that we'll talk about too that's similar to this, where they really know how to just stick to a theme and then just be like, no, everything needs to feed into this. Everything needs to be very thematic and be cohesive. And this is just more of that. There's some gameplay innovations that they're taking in terms of just like, hey, it looks like there's a stealth section in this case where it's a Souls-like, but you can be sneaky and hide on walls, and, you know, the boss designs look great. The thing that scares me, though, is it is published by Activision.
Yeah.
But if it's not going to Battle.net, it probably means they're not nickel and diming it, and it's going to Steam, so let's just hope.
Are you not saving up your Blizzard gold to buy it right now?
I can't. It's going on Steam.
Oh, okay.
If not, I definitely would. You know, I'm optimistic here.
I thought it looked cool. It looks like one of those games that I'm gonna play and never actually beat because it's too hard for me because I suck. But like, I want to play it anyway.
Get good. Skull and Bones.
Hell yeah.
Eat your fucking heart out, Microsoft.
I was like really keen for this game when they showed it last year, and I thought it had a lot of potential, and everything they showed like reaffirmed my beliefs that the game was going to be good.
That's really interesting because I watched the same trailer as you did last year and I was like, meh. Yeah, it looks good, but meh.
Last year I was a little bit skeptical that they were going to turn it into For Honor with pirate ships.
Yeah.
And that worried me a little bit, but it looks like that it's not going to be like that, and I'm excited.
This game is dripping with style.
Yeah. Let's just hope that, you know, the connectivity problems are not an issue, or that like net coding is not an issue. Those are the things that we kind of have to hope for when it comes to this game.
Yeah.
So long as they don't have the same issues that they had for like For Honor, they'll be great.
I think they learned a lot from For Honor and they fixed most of the issues from For Honor, I heard.
And Siege as well, too.
Yeah.
They've been doing this matchmaking thing and the online games for a while.
I gotta say, after this E3 trailer, I'm looking forward to it. Also, looking forward to Star Control Origins.
So Star Control Origins is a very simplistic game on the outside. It looks very, very basic. But the reason for that is when you have a very simple covering, you can do a lot under the hood. So it's a fully moddable, massive sandbox with a story, an infinite galaxy, and tons of stuff to do. It looks like a very chill exploration, highly customizable little game based on a long-running franchise called Star Control, which was from ages ago. Unfortunately, I missed those games, but I remember seeing them, and I'm very keen on this. I want to see more of this. I want to play this.
I don't think this game is for me.
That's fair.
I think it could be for me, but I just haven't seen enough of it, and I still can't really piece it together necessarily to get a good picture of it.
Yeah, I think Billy explained it better than I did. Like, I just don't know what the game actually is, and so I'm not really sure if I want it yet. That's all.
I like space sandboxes.
A lot of these games are just like, I just need to see someone play them. The trailers don't connect the pieces for me.
Yeah.
I get excited about art style or concept, but like, I need to see the game.
You know, will it be a space sandbox or a space litter box? Keep posted to this channel to find out more when the game comes out.
Oh my god.
Alright, the next one is The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
I got feels from the trailer.
Yeah, me too.
I am in the minority here. I do not like The Last of Us. Sorry, not The Last of Us.
What?
Oh god, kick him out of here.
Life is Strange. That's it. I do not like Life is Strange that much, but it's because I did not really enjoy my childhood years or my high school years that much, and the nostalgia is more painful for me.
I didn't play Life is Strange, and I thought that not only was Life strange, but the game was strange too. But this looks cool. This looks like one of those games where you just hang out and you just experience a story with clicking your mouse sometimes, you know? And I love games like that.
It will feed into Life is Strange 2. That's something that they've confirmed. What you do in this game will affect some outcomes in that game. As to which degree, I have no idea. But I guess let's wait and see, right?
100% free.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, and that's the interesting bit, because we have no idea if it's for the first episode or the whole game, or is the whole game just the first episode. But it's coming soon. It's June 26th, if I'm right. And we will find out more.
Yeah, my guess is it's just a commercial for Last of Us. Or, god damn it, I got Last of Us on the brain.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
For Life is Strange too.
Okay. Now, go ahead. The Last of Us.
Yes! Yes!
When I was talking about, I forget the name, damn it, Sekiro, and talked about how From Software takes a lot of great ideas when it comes to their theming and then just reinforces it hardcore. Last of Us 2 pretty much is doing the exact same thing with their combat and their gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, it just looks fluid and rewarding.
Gruesome and gritty, and like it feels intimate and like impactful. Every blow doesn't feel light. It just feels like you are struggling for every bit of damage you can inflict to the enemy.
Yeah.
I feel like it just feels rewarding in the sense that just the stealth mechanic and knowing that you have a very limited weapon set and ammo available to you, when you actually get these kills and figure out how to approach a situation and it works, you feel really rewarded. And this game looks like it's going to be amazing.
I really love how close and brutal the combat is. It feels so personal.
Yeah.
I love that.
The game looks gritty, but it makes gritty look beautiful.
Yeah.
I agree. Another game that looks super beautiful and adorable is Tunic.
Fox, cute, please. I might die. I need this.
It looks pretty, but the danger with games like this is that, well, should I play this or should I just keep playing Legend of Zelda? You know, do I just go back and play Link to the Past again if the game does not stick the landing?
Legend of Zelda isn't on PC.
My question is, when is this game coming out and when is it going to be final? Because it's just been displayed forever.
It's a one-person project, right? It's giving me Fez vibes. I want to play it. I think it's just a wait and see, and presentation-wise, it looks fantastic. I think that game's going to be really good.
It looks like it's going to be a game that people are going to like watching just because of how cute it is. And, you know, it's a little fox guy just running around, so... Or Fox Girl. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it's just in competition with my old Game Boy Advance copy of Link to the Past that I still have.
You guys pull out your Game Boy Advance often?
Well, it's in competition with that too. I got my Game Boy Advance SP with the NES skin over it.
Speaking of Game Boy Advance games, I like Advanced Wars.
So we can talk about Wargroove.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about Wargroove.
So who likes Advanced Wars? I like Advanced Wars. Who likes Knights and Castles? I like Knights and Castles. Who likes pixel art? I want Wargroove, okay? Please, can I just have that game? Stop teasing it. Love of fucking God.
These games don't do anything for me. It's like my worst nightmares all combined, like turn-based tactics. Like, I just don't like those kind of games.
Billy can't brain good.
I need to buy a 1080 Ti so I can stare at pixels. But no, seriously, like, Wargroove looks adorable and I'd love to play it.
I'm totally out on Wargroove. Sorry.
Is it just me that likes this game?
I'm not hating it. I just don't play enough Advanced Wars or tactic games like that to really get into it.
Yeah, they're just not my game.
It's not a case where I won't try it, but
Okay.
I'm not familiar with that style of gameplay.
I'll just go hide in my corner now.
Hopefully, at least one viewer will comment on this video and say, Wargroove! So if you're the guy, you know what to do. First of all, thanks a lot, Billy, Blind, and Cleave joining me and talking about E3, what we have seen so far, and thanks a lot, you guys out there, for listening and viewing this video. If you want to support us even more than just watching, you may want to consider heading over to Coffee and buy us a coffee, so me, the editor of this video, can stay up all night editing the video. Thanks a lot again for watching. See you next time. Bye.
So long.
Bye.
Blind, say bye.
I did. Bye.
Thanks.